There it is. Celtic are the champions. Back-to-back titles for Ange Postecoglou. Kyogo, the hero, with his 30th goal of the season. When his goal went in the second half, Celtic relaxed and put the icing on the cake with a second. It's been hard work this season, but these players have done it. Already the League Cup has been won, now the league trophy, and we can say that Celtic are now just one game away from the treble.
Yeah, that's
a record-breaking, a world record-breaking treble.
Yeah, well, the manager will go about it in the same way as us, right? You know, not about best of the day, but we're still over the line. The quality came through in the end. But this team have been so consistent. As you see, only one game lost this season in the league, where we were poor and we didn't have that game. But for the rest of it, the magnificence coming through, the quality has shown through. And as you say, a record-breaking team. We're going on to break all kind of records in terms of how we are with this kind of team. And that's down to one man and how he has transformed, how he says we would get better from last season. And we have done. And the squad is far better. It's deeper in quality, it's deeper in strength. And the manager has called on that in so many times. And today he got that to get the winner, to seal this game. Or sorry, not winner, to seal the game with O's goal. But we got the players and the quality, the first real bit of quality in that second half. In fact, probably since the first whistle, when Kyogo got the goal, and that set us on the way for another championship. And you cannot praise this team either enough, because over the course of the season we have been by far the best team, the most consistent team, the best to watch, the most goals scored, the least goals conceded, everything. And a lovely moment there between Callum and Ange.
Great to see Carter Vickers and Alistair Johnson on the pitch as well, because they have been immense for Celtic this season. But it's been a squad effort led by that man Ange Postecoglou off the field and that man Callum McGregor on the field. Celtic are the dominant force in Scottish football. Celtic may have gone into this championship favourites, but it is difficult to win a championship. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It takes special levels of mentality and work rate and consistency to get over the line in the way Celtic have done. And now the party can begin. He was the first player brought to Celtic by the manager Ange Postecoglou. He said he wanted to get Kyogo in early because he knew that he was the type of player that would excite the Celtic supporters. 50 goals later, here we are, champions again.
Absolutely outstanding he has been for us. As a striker, a penalty box player, he's been brilliant. And he's won so many games. He'll set us on the way in this one. But Ange knows a player, he can see players that fit into his team, fit into his style. If you slack at all, you will not be playing for our team. And you cannot say that about any of the players, even the players that have been on the bench. It's not because they're slack, it's just because the players that are on at the moment seem to be the first team choice. They have done so well, and they deserve the run of games that they're getting. But we have the quality sitting in the sidelines to add to that, to bring freshness to it. And we've developed a squad that has won this championship, not just the 11 on the park today. It started, it's the whole squad, the whole team. Every single one of these guys that are joining in the huddle have played their part, they've made a contribution to our championship winning team. Hopefully a treble winning team at the end of the cup final to come. So outstanding achievements by every single one that have celebrating there today, and to the fans behind who have seen us through thick and thin. And it's absolutely brilliant now to be a Celtic fan. Hail, hail, the Celts are here.
11 titles from the last 12, 53 in our history. The 4th domestic trophy for Ange Postecoglou. As Tom Boyd says, these are good times to be a Celtic supporter, and these Celtic players will enjoy this moment. You don't get much time to enjoy success in football, because there's generally always another important game around the corner. So when the time comes and they do get the chance to relax and let their hair down, back to back, that's the line. And you wouldn't bet against us doing it again next year, Tom. No pressure.
Well, that's the thing. You know, how do you get better from this season to, as Ange says, we get better? Well, the thing that Ange would love is obviously the Champions League and coming in that. The standard was set.
Do you think we're going to win that now?
Listen, do not put it past Ange. But it's been absolutely outstanding. The levels, as we talked about, we've won championships down the years, but to win a championship at this level and only losing one league game and drawing another, it's absolutely outstanding level of consistency. It's the manager that sets it with these players. He gets these players out there, they take in what he is saying and they believe what he is saying, and that's the outcome on the football field, is back-to-back championships under Ange. Absolutely brilliant.
I can see the Celtic media team right in amongst that with their cameras. Looking forward, as I'm sure you are, to seeing all the on-the-pitch footage coming from within the club, which will be on Celtic TV website in the coming days. We will, of course, get to speak to the manager. An interview that you can see on the Celtic TV website as soon as we conduct it. And we will stay with the pictures here at Tynecastle. These are pictures coming in from the host broadcaster. We will stay with them as long as those players are on the pitch celebrating, because, as we said, Tom, it's days like this you've got to soak it up and soak up every single moment.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? You know, you want to see the smiles on the face coming from the players, as you see. This is the time they can relax, they can enjoy it. They've won it now. There's been a lot of pressure on them, and they've just risen the bar again in terms of their level of quality. And we want to see the fans celebrating as well. Unfortunately, there's only, as you say, about 1,500 here, but there'll be thousands, millions watching around the world, watching the champions pick up another trophy. As you say, the back-to-back champions, 2 in a row, and we want to continue that. We want to go for 3 next year. But we've got a wee bit still to play for till the end of the season with the cup final, and that would just tie it off, a round it off very, very sweetly if we get the better of Inverness in the Scottish Cup to come, which I think is in June, the 3rd of June.
3rd of June, yeah. Saturday the 3rd of June. Now we know it's a 5:30 kick-off. Me and Tom will be there at Hampden Park.
What's the date for the Aberdeen game? Is that the last home game?
Yeah, that's the week before that.
Okay.
Yeah, last weekend in May. The Saturday will be Trophy Day at Celtic Park, and we'll hear from that man on that day, looking ahead to next season. I wonder if we can come back bigger and better and stronger.
Listen, the standard, the bar has been raised to a height that
he will want to raise it again.
He will want to raise it again, and it's nice to see a lovely smile on his face. We talk about a penny for his thoughts and how he looks, and he always looks so calm, and it's great to see a little bit of joy in the face, and he always brings it away from the serious stuff of the football. Once it's finished, once it's done, he will be able to enjoy it as much as the rest, because as much pressure is on the team playing on the football park, it's the same, doubly so with the manager, because he's the one that picks the team, picks the players to go and perform. And what a standard there he has set to get these players playing. And obviously this season the standards have been raised, and we, I don't know if it works in Swedish, Carl trying to work out what it says coming in on the t-shirt, but yeah, listen, we cannot wax lyrical. We can so much about these players. Callum, our captain, will be lifting another trophy as captain, and that's nice to see. You know, he's backed it up with another championship winning trophy, and he's played his part. He helped set up the first goal for us today to see us on, and a nicely chant from the fans to honour our captain.
Unfortunately, Celtic don't now get the chance to come and celebrate in front of our own fans. In fact, rather ironically, we get to go and play a game where we have 0 fans. It does make you wonder. However, we go to Ibrox as guaranteed champions Rangers are the ones doing the chasing, and they'll have to do it again next season.
Well, we've got the benchmark now, Jerry, aren't we? In terms of that's what you talk about. You know, can you handle this season? Can you handle the pressure of being favourites that sometimes falls flat on its face when you sometimes you get to the top, the pinnacle, everybody wants to beat you. But it shows you the level that the manager's got this team play. We can go through that, we can see it through, and we've actually got better this season. The task for next season will be even harder. Can you go? Will it be this same set of players?
Well, the plans will already be well in motion for next season. The players will be targeted that the manager wants to bring in. Any changes that he wants to make, these plans are happening behind the scenes all the time.
Well, the good thing is, Jerry, you're right in what you're saying there, and it's what gives us, you know, maybe try attacking a better quality players. We've now guaranteed Champions League, and that can help, you know, bring a better quality of player in. And so that can maybe affect what your budget is and what you're doing. So hopefully whatever the manager or whoever the managers want to address and bring to the club, you would hope that you know, that would that little bit of extra push of guaranteed Champions League football will entice these players to come.
Group stage Champions League football will be back at Celtic Park next season. It's the final year of the current format of the Champions League before it changes the following season, when you play more games. And the way it's looking with the coefficient, it's looking likely that the winners of the title next season will go into that as well.
Oh, good.
So, as you said, Tom, you couldn't choose a better time to be a Celtic supporter.
Listen, it's lovely just winning these kind of championships and winning these things, but now when you see the revenue that's involved within the Champions League, it's so much more. That if you can get that and bring in the type of player that you want and what the manager wants, because you will have, before this game is finished, they would have two budgets. I know it looked like a little bit longer, but we'll have two budgets of, right, if we make the Champions League or we need to go through the qualifier, you would have that. So now that we're at that top echelon and that Champions League, we'll hope for those players that come and make this team better. If you can make this team better, domestically it's been outstanding, absolutely fantastic over the course of it. So I wonder if he's got a smile on his face knowing that he's going to be bringing in a Messi who's out of contract at the end of the season, Jerry. Getting to the Champions League might do that. Who knows what players he might want to bring in.
The Celtic players are lapping up every last second of celebration. I don't know how this is going to end, because they don't seem to be leaving while the fans are there, and the fans aren't going to be leaving while the players are there.
Well, they're all going through their full repertoire of songs. I think have they got a song for every player just about?
I'm not sure. Has Bosun Lawwell got a song yet? I'm not sure.
They certainly had one back in my time for me, and it was Henrik Larsson, the King of Kings. I think that's all they knew way back in my time. But what a player he was for us. Outstanding.
It was a difficult game today. Celtic not at their best in the first 45. It just took one killer pass provided by the captain, the assist from Hatate, and the finish from Kyogo. Haksabanovic with the signature dance, and the celebrations continue. They will now be making their way back to Celtic Park and getting themselves ready for the next game.
Yes.
Which is at Ibrox next Saturday, and an early kick-off.
Well, it's good that they've not a midweek game that they can go and celebrate, and they will celebrate tonight. They've deserved that, and it's over the course of the 30-odd games that we've took to win this championship. 4 games left, so it'll be 34 games that we've had up to now, and so they deserve this.
I think they're actually going to get tomorrow off as well. So
well, that would be nice. That would be nice. I'm sure they would probably get a couple of days off, but then the manager comes back.
I think just the one.
Is it just the one?
I think just tomorrow. Yeah. He's ruthless.
Well, it shows you the level of professionalism that the players get now, team get now.
Here comes I thought Joe Hart was going to get the applause there. He's a man that just knows that football can be so unpredictable, and he will be soaking up every minute of this career, having stalled, having reached the heights of World Cups and the top of European football, and then all of a sudden he gets an opportunity to come and play for Celtic, and here he is, 100 games in and a title winner.
I think this is maybe Callum. I thought it's going about there's maybe that's it.
That's it, guys.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, champagne's getting warm.
Oh, well, they want to get in the Celtic, certainly. I know the case when I was here, when we stopped the 10 away back then, and I didn't want to leave the park as well. But then we were fortunate that was at Celtic Park, and the amount of fans, full stadium we had then. You know, you could certainly milk that in the dressing rooms, in the stands, in the lounges. I didn't want to leave Celtic Park at that, but obviously these players will want to get back and get the party really started. This is just a wee pre-warm up for them, and they'll get a party started.
What a campaign it's been for Celtic. It started with a win against Aberdeen. It will end with the SPFL Cinch Premiership Trophy being lifted in a game against Aberdeen, and as the players finally make their way from the Tynecastle pitch to, I would imagine, go and pop a couple of champagne corks in the dressing room, we will leave you as well. Plenty of content going up on the Celtic TV website later today and tomorrow that you will not want to miss, from all the footage that we have gathered at Tynecastle and the interviews that we will now do, getting right in amongst it with the best access you could hope for. But myself, Jerry McCulloch and Tom Boyd will leave you with the three words that we've wanted to say since the start of the campaign: Celtic are champions.